Hey, everyone. This is HQ here. HQ here. Hi. Our subject in our relationship show today is regarding control and boundaries. What's the difference between control and boundaries? Right? Well, for purposes maybe people don't understand or kind of get, boundaries, there's a key difference between boundaries and controlling behavior. It lies in the intent and respect. Boundaries are about your own limits and comfort, right? Controlling behavior is about trying to control someone else's actions, choices, and feelings. Boundaries normally focus on self respect and protecting your well being, right? And controlling behavior often stems from insecurity, fear, or dominance in a relationship. Someone who has boundaries do not force or manipulate other people to do the things that they want to do. People are free to choose how to respond to boundaries. Controlling behavior, on the other hand, involves manipulating, guilt tripping, or threats if you don't comply with the behavior, right? An example, for example, of boundaries is I don't stay or I don't deal with people who call women X, Y, and Z. That's a boundary. A controlling behavior, on the other hand, is you're not allowed to wear this, that, and a third because of this, that, and a third. You're not allowed to wear it, right? Boundaries are about self care, while controlling behavior is about power over someone else, right? And the difference is the choice. That's the difference. If someone states that they have boundaries, expectations, then you should respect those. I often hear people say, hey, I have boundaries, right? Of course, you have boundaries. A lot of people have boundaries, but they let people cross over them all the time, or they cross them themselves all the time. If someone says they have a boundary, you can choose whether or not to comply or to continue with that person. And knowing that you have a boundary that cannot be crossed, a lot of people don't know the difference between controlling someone and stating a boundary. Okay. There's a blurry line between that because with it becomes manipulation or ultimatum. But there's a difference in the delivery, expectation, and respect between two people. Okay. If you're incompatible with someone's boundary, then that's a sign that you are not compatible with that person, right? Now, this is the biggest one that I have found. The biggest one that I have found is when people say, or men say, she cannot wear this, that, and a third. And that's the biggest one that we have run across, right? The whole point is a boundary for a person is I'm not going to, or I don't want to deal with a woman who dresses like this. So if you say, I don't want to deal with a person that dresses like this, then that person never gets into the room to have a conversation with you. They never get in a room to have any kind of relationship with you. If they are the type of person that wears that type of clothing or does that type of thing, that's a boundary. When you say to that person, the difference is when you say to that person, after they're in the room and after you're having a relationship with them, you say, I don't want you to be outside, or I don't want you to have male friends, or I don't want you to go to this party, or you're not allowed to go to this party, or you're not allowed to wear these clothes. That's controlling behavior. When you state up front that you don't want to date a person who does this or dresses this way, they don't even get a chance to have a conversation with you. That's the difference between the control and the boundary. Okay? A boundary is set for you. You don't set boundaries for another person. The boundary is set around you. It's never set for another person, right? The whole point is a lot of women have had issue with men not understanding that and wondering why relationships end, or why someone is unhappy, or why someone wants to end the relationship, is because there is a difference. You met this person and you want to have a relationship with that person, which means everything that comes along with that person is what comes along with that person. You don't get to set rules for that person's behavior. You set rules for your behavior and you stick with those rules within your boundaries, within your expectations. People have boundaries because these are things that they're not going to accept. Expectations means I expect you to behave a certain way. Not that I tell you to act a certain way. I expect a certain result. Okay. And a lot of people get it mixed up and then they wonder, what happened? Why is it that we can't make this work? Okay. You want your woman to hide away and be your possession. You can't hide a person away and keep them in a room, and you cannot give them definition about their behavior, because they should not be in the room with you in the first place. They should not be even in a relationship in the first place. If you give rules and boundaries in a relationship, you shouldn't be in that relationship. You just should not, because there's no way that person is going to be happy when you put up rules and boundaries to them. Those are your boundaries. Okay? They're your boundaries. When you give people ultimatums and you tell a woman she can't do this or she can't do that or this, that, and the third, you become the example of the man that a woman teaches her daughter not to get involved with. No woman gets anything from being with a man when he wants her to trade her freedom to be with him. Because I've heard a lot of men say, well, she just ain't going to be with me. Well, she's not going to have me. You can't make those kind of rules after you get involved with someone. You want her to trade her freedom for what? For the joy and the spectacular, loving relationship of being with you? Popping out babies for you That's her trade-off. I'm saying it should never come to a decision as to whether she's going to do X, Y, and Z. Okay. Controlling behavior doesn't always look like someone telling you to your face what you must and must not do. Sometimes it's making it's about them making your life so miserable and unpleasant when you don't meet their expectations or what they want you to do, that you start doing what they want voluntarily so that you can make them happy. But it's not really voluntary. It wasn't your idea to decide not to wear that short skirt. He said, you better not wear that short skirt. Or if you're going to wear that short skirt, you're not going to be with me. You do it because it's easier than dealing with their response if you don't. That's called manipulation. Okay? And people do that all the time. I remember having this conversation. I had this conversation either yesterday or the day with someone. Okay? Boundaries apply to you. It doesn't apply to the other person. The other person has their own boundaries. Boundaries are things that you don't tolerate from other people. Controlling behavior is telling someone they can't do something. Okay? You can't prohibit another person from doing anything. They should never be in the room with you at all. If you have to tell them they can't wear this, they can't wear that. And true enough, I never said it. But a lot of that has to do with your insecurity as a person, as a woman, as a man, if you make those kind of determinations for another person. Okay. Telling a person that they cannot have friends, male friends, whatever friends, female friends, is controlling behavior. Telling them that you're uncomfortable with them having friends, male friends, female friends, whatever, over under a certain circumstance is absolutely fine. Telling them that it makes you uncomfortable is fine. But telling them that they can't have male friends, telling them that they can't wear a dress, telling them that they can't go here, that's controlling behavior. And people justify it. And then people wonder why you cannot keep a relationship together. And if someone is in a relationship and they're saying, I told her she can't do this, that, and the third, I'll show you an unhappy human being. I'll show you an unhappy human being at some particular point. I'll show you a person that doesn't like it. Okay. I'll show you a person that doesn't like it. Husband or wife. Okay. The whole point is to voluntarily say or meet this person in the middle before they get into the room with those four things. Those four things I mentioned the other day. Was it yesterday or the other day? That's a part of vetting. Before you get involved with that person. That's a part of vetting before you get involved with a person. Oh, okay, I met her and she has the short skirt on. I met her and she was going out with her friends. I met her and she was doing this. Okay. You can't then turn around and say, oh, okay, now that I married you, you can't go out with your girlfriend. Now that I married you, you can't do this, that, and the third. No, these are things that need to be discussed before you get involved with that person. But as I said, you don't have to let me know that you don't like what I do by saying you better not do this. Some people will turn it against you. and make it so uncomfortable to be around you, specifically if you're married to a person. That's not fair in any way, right? That's not fair in any way that you do that to another human being. Boundaries are yours. Expectations, of course, we all have expectations. But these are things that should be stated before, okay? Before you get involved with a person, okay? And there's many instances in which you do it and you don't understand what you're doing, okay? You don't understand what you're doing. Some people don't understand that that's what they're doing, okay? Sometimes me not being able to express myself because everything you say is right is controlling behavior, okay? And a lot of people do that. You say my family and my friends, I can't hang out with my girls. I can't go out and meet them after we get involved with each other. I can't go anywhere without you. You can't go anywhere without her. Okay. Yelling, calling me names, telling me I look this way and that instead of accepting me for what I am. Not keeping your word, ignoring me if you're angry with me, trying to humble me. A lot of people try to humble the other person. We've seen a lot of that on this internet. No, you're not that special. You're not that interesting. Okay. You're not that interesting. Men definitely wouldn't be interested in you because of X, Y, and Z. Please hit the like button as you come in the door. Please hit the like button. Hi, guys. How you doing? Trying to isolate me so you can do or you can break me down some way, somehow. Okay. It's a whole lot that goes into the difference between one and the other. And people, here's the thing. There's a lot. The reason why a lot of relationships fail is because people have expectations in relationships and they don't realize that their expectations are being, or their boundaries or things like that are being foisted onto their mate. Okay. Foisted onto their mate. Oh, I'm going to find the man that I want. And then the man that I want has to work X, Y, and Z. He has to do X, Y, and Z. Or I'm going to find the female that I want and she has to do X, Y, and Z. You have to find those four things: a job, a car, a house, responsible adult. Then there's the attraction. Then you do all of that vetting. Does she like to wear short skirts? I keep coming back to the short skirt thing because this is really bothering. This really bothered me that I made this that I had to make this the subject today. Right? Because I kept understand. I never get into this discussion with women, and maybe women, have an opinion, but I'm telling you as a person, as people who want to have better relationships, who want to have good relationships, productive relationships. That's one thing you cannot say to a female. You can't have male or female relationships after you get involved with them. After you get involved with them. Okay. Simply because you've already got into a relationship with that person. I can understand you saying that, hey, I don't want you to have any male friends. I don't want you to be involved with any other person. I don't want you to have date night with the girls. Before we get involved, you say all of these things. So if you get involved, there's no way relationships they're not working that way. I see a lot of you say, hey, this is what's going to happen in a relationship, and this is going to happen in a relationship. I'm reading some of your comments, and I'm saying all I see is a 30% marriage rate, almost less than 30% marriage rate. That's all I see. That's all I see. I don't see that marriage rate higher than that. So apparently the things that you all are thinking, and apparently the things that are working, that are not working for most people, are not working. So when you do those things and you say those things, they're not working. Okay. You telling a woman what she cannot do is not working. You telling your husband he can't go out with the boys, he can't have a beer with the boys, that's not working. I'm not talking about telling the husband that he can't go to the strip joint. That's not what I'm saying. Obviously, these are things that are no-nos. But telling her she can't have dinner with her girlfriends once a month, or you telling her she can't wear this, that, and the third, that doesn't work. No, I didn't say I'm assuming that. I'm not assuming that. What I'm saying is that's a part of the reason why women don't want to get married, because they don't want to be controlled in that way. Okay. You cannot tell a person what they can and cannot do. You can only make boundaries for yourself. I'm not dealing with a person, and I know for a fact, if you were dating a woman and you told her, well, if we get involved in a relationship, you can't wear this skirt, you can't wear short skirts, you can't go out with your girl, you can't do this, you wouldn't have a girlfriend. You wouldn't be in that relationship long. And if she told you, no, you're not allowed to go bowling with your buddies, you're not allowed to go have beers with your buddies, you're not allowed to have any female, you're not allowed to do any of these things, she wouldn't be in your life very long. That's what I'm saying. And most people don't say that when they get involved with people, because you know how that sounds. Because you should know how that sounds. I'm saying people are doing what they want to do these days. People are saying and doing and acting in certain ways now. And I'm saying the way that the trend of the way people are going in relationships is not working. Otherwise, you'd be able to find the person that you're looking for. For example, and I'll give you a good example. If I walk into a room, basic room, car, house, job, and attraction. Okay. But those four, and I walk into the room with those four expectations, and I go into a room and there's four guys in there that have those four things that I want. When I walk up to all four of them, they all say, I'm a good guy. I may go to the bar with the guy, I may go to the bar with the guys once a month. And another guy might say, or one of the guys might say, well, me and the guys go every week. Or me and the guys I go on vacation with the guys. I know for a fact off the bat that I'm not going to pick the guy who goes on vacation with his guys every month. But he wouldn't take me. I know for a fact I would not pick that guy. But just for example, if I got involved with that guy and I was talking to the guy, and we got engaged, and all of a sudden I said to him, that trip that you like to go on with your boys once a month? Well, no, you can't do that anymore. How fair do you think that was for me to wait until I got involved with that person to say that? That's not fair. Just like it's not fair for you to get into that room with those four things: job, house, car, attraction. And then all of a sudden, I'm involved with you. I'm 6 months down the road, and you say, "Hey, baby, heathen queen, you can't be wearing them skirts no more." You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. Okay? That's you accepted that. You accepted that when I got involved with you. Okay? You accepted that when you got involved with me. So then, therefore, you don't have to turn around and then say, "No, you can't do it." That's not how that works. What you're supposed to say is, "I'm kind of uncomfortable with you wearing short skirts." And then I would explain to you why I wear short skirts. Because I want to look beautiful myself. It has nothing to do with you. No, you trying to invite something. You're trying to invite other men to look at you. That's not a problem that I have. That's a problem that you have. Just like it's a problem for me if I accept the relationship with you, and 6 months down the road, I'm telling you, you can't go out with the boys. Okay. I can say, "Hey, hon, it makes me uncomfortable, to go with the guys." Why, why does it make you uncomfortable, HQ? And then I would explain why it would make me uncomfortable. Don't gaslight me. Don't gaslight nobody. Oh, well, gaslighting me means telling me that it's something wrong with me because I want to wear short skirts. That's gaslighting me. Don't gaslight me. Face why you have an issue with me wearing a short skirt. Oh, well, I know men are going to be looking at you and you just out there to have another man look at you. No, that's not how that works. You don't get to say that. Once we're past the point of being in a relationship. Car, house to stay, car, house to stay, job, attraction. And then I'm going to tell you up front. Telling someone up front, that's a different story. But a lot of people like to bombard or like to hit somebody over the head when something happens. Okay. After I do it, I got to get hit over the head. Please hit the like button, guys. Please hit the like button. Okay. I got to be hit over the head out of the blue. "Hey, HQ, I don't want you to wear those skirts." That's not how that goes. Okay. And I'm telling you as a female, and it's not wearing clothes. It's not doing all of those things. It's other things. It can be many things that will trigger people, red flags as to why a person has a controlling behavior. There's all kinds of things. Okay. Trying to humble another human being. How are you trying to humble another human being? Okay. Crossing the boundaries that I have. Okay. No empathy for situations. I don't feel safe around you. All of a sudden, I don't feel safe around you. Saying I'm trash because I don't believe what you believe. Saying I'm not a loyal female because you don't know how to go home and take that skirt off. Wanting to check my phone. Making me feel guilty for going out with my girls. Okay. Okay. Telling me nobody else is going to want me. There's a lot of reason. There's a lot of things in which people do controlling behavior. Okay. And people say, "No, that's not controlling behavior." Yes, it is. Asking me, Well, HQ, why do you want to go out with the girls? Well, that's something I always do with the girls. It has nothing to do with you or our relationship. Me and the girls go out and relax. We unwind. We talk to each other. We talk about each other's lives. We do all of that. Well, I forbid you to go out, HQ. That's all you got to do. That's all a human being has to do with me is say, I forbid you. And then that relationship is going to end because sooner or later I'm going to leave. And most people do when they run into this kind of behavior. You have to have a valid reason for telling people they can't and cannot, or not you can't. I'm saying don't ever say you can't do something in a relationship. You explain to your mate why you don't like that behavior. Well, I don't want you to go out and I want to protect you, HQ. You can't go out with me because I want to protect you. That's also controlling behavior. Okay. That's also controlling behavior. Boundaries mean I'm not going to allow this person in my life at all. I know what my boundaries are. I know I'm not going to allow someone to slap me and I stay. I'm not going to allow someone to call me a name and I stay. I know I'm not going to allow a person to have control of my autonomy, to have control over me, and I stay. And people say, well, I'm married and, telling someone what to do is different from saying, you better get in that house and stay in that house. That's different from telling me, hey, I would like you to do X, Y, and Z. Can you do X, Y, and Z? Okay. That's a different thing. Okay. And then a lot of people say it's my way or the highway. You all please hit the like button coming in. I need you to hit the like button. Cash apps are great. Super chats are welcome. Please and thank you. Okay. And we have to learn the difference. We want to have better relationships with people. And I'm saying when you put when you put down she can't do this or she can't do it or he can't do this and he can't do that, somebody's going to be uncomfortable in that relationship and that relationship is going to falter. Okay. It's going to falter. Okay. She can't work here. I can't work there. I can't have female friends. She can't have female friends or male friends. I have male friends now, but he doesn't want me to have male friends because I'm involved with him now. So you can't have any male friends now that you're involved with him. Now, if you're a female that feels that way, have at it. Have at it, Hoss. Well, you know what, G Honda? There's a lot of people that say exactly what I'm saying. I want to see the successful relationship where a man or a woman said, you can't do X, Y, and Z. You show me a relationship where a man said, X, you better not do X, Y, and Z. And I'll show you a failed relationship. I'll show you a relationship that's going to fail. Hey, Taheliism. I will show you a relationship that is going to fail. Okay. There's not an instance in which that works. Controlling behavior is not always overt. Okay. Sometimes it's covert. Don't wear this, that. I don't want you hanging out with them, blah, 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 blah. controlling relationships, telling me I shouldn't be so enthusiastic about hanging out with my friends. You want to hang out with your friends more than me. Dressing nicely, beautifully. Why you dressing like that? You dressing like that for other men. No, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem. Okay. Telling me, hey, you're getting fat. You shouldn't be eating that. You know that I don't want you to do this, that, and the other. Great. You don't want me to do this, that, and the other. Great. You show me a relationship where someone gets to say and do those kind of things, and I'll show you a relationship that will eventually fail. Okay. Early. This is a part of vetting. This is a part of that vetting we were talking about. When a person tries to tell you, not ask, not suggest. Okay. No, it's not a us problem, because you should never have walked into that room and got with that woman. But when you figured out those 4 things about that woman, that's a part of vetting. That's a problem. That's a failure on your part. When you walk into a room and say to a woman, you can't wear this, that, and the third, that's a you problem. That's a failure problem of yours. Okay. And people say, oh no, she can't do X, Y, and Z. She's supposed to do all the things that she is supposed to do, because she's a grown adult. And just like you're a grown adult. I'm trying to get people to see, when you say can't, don't, won't, you mess up your relationship in that way. But when you walk into that room and it's that 4 things that he has the job, he has the car, he has the place to stay, the job, the car, and place to stay, and you're attracted to him. This is when you start to vet. This is when you start to say, hey, is she one of those women that wears the skirts high? I don't think I can deal with you wearing the skirts high. That's when you cut her loose. That's when you cut her loose. She's one of those women. She's one of those women that are going to be on the internet twerking. You let her loose automatically. You don't wait till you get into a relationship and then start dictating what she wears and how she wears and where she goes and who she can be friends with. Though that kind of relationship will never last. She'll be running from you. You'll be running from her. You'll be running from her. Okay. I'm not about to say a man or a woman or anybody's insecure when they do these things, but it's a you problem when you present that to another human being, when you're dictating their behavior. You can only dictate your behavior. You can only do that yourself. You can't give it to anybody else. Come to the stage. Where'd you go? You went off. Where'd you go? G Honda? What the hell? Anti-Kiyanka. Shut up. So I'm saying, let's talk about it. Why am I wrong in this? Am I wrong? The difference between having boundaries and controlling behavior is the choice. Okay. If someone states a boundary, you can choose whether or not. Your device is not connected, it says. G Honda. You can choose whether or not to continue with that person or not, knowing that you will respect your boundaries. Everybody has boundaries. I know I can't go into a relationship where a man tells me what to wear. Every single day, my feet hit the floor. Every single day. I'm a grown adult, which means I don't expect when I get into a relationship for a man to say, you can't wear this, this, and this. If I'm doing it from the beginning. Do you believe in wearing short skirts, HQ? Hell yeah. Do you believe in wearing bikinis and taking pictures, HQ? Hell yeah. Off the bat, I should be eliminated. I should be eliminated from your queue. The minute I say that, I should be eliminated. I should never, 5 months down the road, hear you say, no, you're not going outside with that bikini on, HQ. I should never hear that out of your mouth. No, because do I ask for his opinion on what you wear at all? Only if I want his opinion. Only if I want it. I don't ask it because I'm afraid of what you might say. I'll ask it if I want your opinion. I don't ask it so you tell me, yes, HQ, wear that. Or no, HQ, you better not put that on. No. No. Because as I stated, when I wake up every day and put my feet on the floor, I'm a grown woman, which means I can make those decisions. They're either bad decisions or good decisions, but you, as my partner, trust me to do what you want me to do. Trust me to do exactly what I say I'm going to do and be the woman that I say that I'm going to be. See, I don't have a problem with a woman being online with a bikini on. That's not a deal breaker for me. I'm not concerned about you twerking. I'm not concerned about any of those things. Because see, I trust my partner. I trust my partner. Okay. And if my partner does X, Y, and Z, I trust what they do. If my partner got on the internet and had on a bikini or a Speedo, I would trust my partner to know they know what boundaries to cross. They have boundaries. I don't have boundaries for them. Those are their boundaries. Okay. Asking a person, that's a good thing. You can ask a spouse, hey, HQ, that bikini is kind of revealing. This is what you say. That bikini is kind of revealing. Do you have anything less revealing, honey? And they'd be like, well, yeah, I probably do, probably do, but I like this one. This one looks really nice. I look really good in this one. And that's as far as that conversation goes. Okay. Because if you make me go into the room and change into a one piece, which I hate, I'm going to have resentment for you asking me to do that. And therefore, those little resentments build up. Okay. Those little resentments build up. Because your body and his body is you didn't marry me to tell me what to put on my body. It's not how that works. These are conversations that you have before you marry a person, before we even get involved. Hey, HQ, I see your social media. You like to wear short skirts. Of course I do. Of course, shit. More leg the merrier. I love to show off my legs in high heels. Hell yeah. But if you continue to come over there after I tell you that, but if you continue to come over after I tell you I like to wear short skirts, I tell you I like to wear heels, and you continue to come over, then that means I'm going to continue to wear high heels and short. And you don't get to tell me later on, hell no, you better not go outside with that on. You better not go. No, that's not how that works. Because you know, and most people know, if you put boundaries and you put controlling behavior on another human being before you're in a marriage and even after the marriage, and they don't know you're going to do that, and it's a you better not type deal, you know that that's the chink in the wall of your marriage, of your relationship. You got shitty internet, anti-Kayaka. Okay? You got shitty internet. It just is what it is. Ask the question. Okay. So the whole point is you got the job, the car, the house, and the attraction. Those four things. You walk into a room. Once I walk into that room, then I start the vetting. This is a part of vetting. This is why people wake up and their wife has is twerking on the internet, or girlfriend is twerking on the internet, because you didn't have these conversations before you got involved with this woman. You didn't have conversation before you get involved. Okay. If you didn't have a conversation before, you can't make those demands later on. You can ask them. You can say, hey, HQ, you know what? I love you in a bikini, but I don't want you outside in a bikini. Why? Why, honey? Why would you ask me not to wear a bikini out on the beach? Okay. Why would you not allow me to wear a bikini on the beach? Oh, because I don't want other people looking at you. Well, that's not a good enough reason. In a bikini on a beach is fine. Me taking pictures of me in a bikini are fine, as long as I don't feel violated, right? As long as I don't feel violated. I'm saying there's a different, boundaries are different for every person. Every person has boundaries. And you're supposed to know those boundaries before you get involved with that person. And once you think they have violated those boundaries, you say, vamos. Shoot, she like to go out. She like to go out to dinner with her girlfriends once a month. I don't want to go out. I don't want her to go out. No, you can't go out. After you get involved with her, you tell her she can't go out with her girls. Show me any guy who says that to a woman, and I'll show you a doomed relationship. I'll show you one person that's unhappy in that relationship. I surely will. I surely will. Me and my girls, we get together once a month and we update each other in our lives. I got to go see my girl, tell her about what's going on in my life, blah, 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 blah. No, I don't want you to go over there and tell them nothing. No, you can't have no girlfriends because your girlfriends are single. You can't have no girlfriends. You show me the man that says that, and I'll show you an unhappy female, and I'll show you a doomed relationship. Okay. That's not how that works. See, you got crappy internet, anti-Kayaka. You got crappy internet. A woman should at what point should a woman show some restraint? You don't get the right to figure out what her restraint is. You mean your restraint. Okay? Your restraint. That's what I'm saying. Your restraint. She doesn't have restraint. She's just doing what she normally would do. The woman knows her boundaries. If a woman knows her boundaries, she doesn't need you to correct her boundaries. Okay. I don't think it's anything wrong with a person being on the internet and expressing themselves on the internet if they understand their relationship before they get involved with a person. If you're uncomfortable with her being online and she's always online, then you don't get involved with that person. Okay. It just is what it is, but you don't get to see her online and see these things. And then 5-6 months after she gets involved with you. No, this is not modern woman talk. This is normal everyday talk. This is not modern women. We don't have any traditional women. I don't believe in traditional women. They're not traditional these days. They're normal.
They don't exist anymore.
Traditional women. I mean, traditional women. That's by the wayside.
You got to go to a small town out in the Midwest to find one of them.
Maybe, but
she gonna be a 6 max. So I hope you like 6s or below.
6s or below. There's some beautiful women out here. There's some beautiful women out here
overseas right now, and one of them stands. She's in a Uzbekistan or a something stand. She ain't in the East or West Coast.
There's nothing wrong with women in the East or West Coast. There's nothing wrong with that.
That traditional woman is not in the East or West Coast. And if
men are not traditional either. So I don't know why they be asking for traditional women.
Yes, they are. Yes,
only thing you want to do is cook, clean, and be in the house and have sex. That's not
traditional.
That's being a grown woman. What's traditional? Explain
it. Is the man working? He bringing home the bacon? The bread.
I want to know what you think.
That's what traditional is. That's what a traditional man is. What he knows how to work with his hands.
Okay.
A
lot of y'all know that ain't a lot of y'all.
He earns enough money.
That ain't a lot of y'all
to sustain a household.
50,000?
Yes, that's traditional. You said traditional.
Ain't no household.
HQ, you said traditional. I'm telling you what traditional is. That's enough to sustain a household.
I'm telling you,
how come most people make that's what they make? All this $100,000 stuff is nonsense.
Yeah, so why they asking to go 50-50 if they can support themselves on that household and them on that?
Because why not?
Because you can't.
Because why not go 50-50? It's
not there's nothing wrong with 50-50. I didn't say that. What I'm saying is,
why are they asking for 50-50? I'm saying why not? Why not ask for 50-50?
I'm saying there's nothing wrong with 50-50.
Because there's not anything wrong with 50-50. Because everybody don't need Birkin bags and Louis Vuitton shoes.
But what do you mean? What women be asking for Birkin bags? What woman is that?
That's what I'm saying. Normal people, the normal people in this chat right now, all of us we can go somewhere.
I bet you the women in this chat the women in this chat are a good example of the women on this planet. And ain't none of them asking for no Birkin bag. I ain't never asked a man for a Birkin bag in my life. So where we getting that Birkin bag stuff from?
Then how come women don't want to go 50-50? How come there's a population, the squeaky wheel, that's out here that we see all the time asking, I don't want to go 50-50.
All percentage of women out there are the loudest asking for the Birkin bag and don't want to go 50-50. Most of us already know that we have to do 50-50. We already know that.
It just happens. Because the people that want to be in relationships, when you find a person that you mesh with, all the other stuff is ancillary stuff. Because you want to be with that person. So you make it work.
Yeah, but making it work doesn't mean you come home one day and say, you better not wear this, that, and the third. That's not making it work.
So that we talk about that's not the same woman, though. Hopefully that woman that wants to be with you is not the same woman that just gotta be in something skimpy on the internet or doing something lewd and lascivious online. That's not the same woman.
See, you can't take the extreme and apply that to all the regular, normal, everyday women, because the normal, everyday women are not on the internet twerking.
No, they're not doing that.
So that's an extreme. We don't even need to mention that. That's an extreme. I would never be on there doing that. Most people would never be on the internet doing that. But when I want to go out with my girlfriends and we want to have a drink, and I want to update them on my life, I don't expect you to say, you can't have single girlfriend. You can't go out with your girls. We understand what you're doing when you go out with your girl. That's not how that works.
That's all circumstantial. That's circumstantial. If I know you with Kimberly, and I know how Kimberly get down when she get a little alcohol in her system, and you talk about, I don't drink. But I don't drink. I'm saying, but okay. So listen, though, I know how Kimberly gets down when she gets out and gets a little alcohol in her system. And you, Kimberly, and Danielle and them and the other two girls is going out to Vegas for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
She there with you.
But you know how I get down.
I know how you get down. But I don't want you in the environment that she's going to put herself into, because now you're going to be taking care of her, and she could potentially put you in a situation
where that determination.
I do. Absolutely. It's my job to keep you safe.
I'm just telling you, you don't make that determination. You show me one woman on this planet that you get to say, I don't want you to go to Las Vegas with Kimmy. Well, Kimmy is one of my oldest friends.
Okay.
Well, I don't want you to go with Kimmy, blah, 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 because I got to protect you. No, I'm a big grown person. I can protect myself.
You're receiving a collect call from Las Vegas County Sheriff Department from, babe, call me. Hello.
And see,
Kimmy started fighting with some girl, and then we got into a fight with some scuffle with some girl or something like that. Can you come and drive up and come and get us?
No, that would never happen.
I told you not to go
every day. That's a very out and about thing.
Happens all the time. You review.
Y'all be coming up with these extreme scenarios.
No, that's not extreme. Tap into the Las Vegas. Tap into Las Vegas cams or whatever. Whatever you can do with Las Vegas and see. Ask where Black at. Please, where is Black? Because he knows. I know he sees it all the time. Then people go to Vegas and go crazy. They go buck wild. And now you who don't drink is locked up with your friend because you was trying to keep her out of it. And now who get called?
But that's not your call. That's not your call to make whether I go.
But then when you go with Kimmy, don't make that call to me when you need to get bailed out. You handle it yourself.
I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't because
wasn't you coming back?
Myself. I know how to
coming back today?
Outside of
what you still doing out there?
You know, and I'm saying these are adult behaviors. I know how to take care of myself outside of my husband. I don't need you to protect me. I was grown adult when you met me. I don't drink, so therefore I know how to act when I go out of town with my girlfriends. My girlfriends want to go out of town. Hey, HQ, you want to go? Hey, I'd be like, hey, hon, I want to go out of town with my girlfriends. We're going on our yearly trip, or we're going on our 6-month trip to Las Vegas, blah, blah, blah. And the only response I want to hear from you is make sure you're careful and have a good time. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. That's the only thing you should say.
Hey,
never should you make me feel bad for going on a vacation with my friends, my girl. I'm telling you, when you do that, you put a chink in the armor of that relationship off the bat. Please hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button.
Hey, baby. Yeah. You know the time is coming around. My birthday's coming up. You know, me, Ty Pro, G Honda. You know, Triple X. You know, we about to go to DR. You know, I wouldn't do anything you wouldn't do.
Y'all you know how DR?
You know how Ty Pro get though. You know when he get around them bubbles down there. You know how Ty get, but that's not me, baby. You know me. So I don't want to hear nothing out your mouth. But
you're married. You're married to me. You're not married to Ty. You're not married to any of them.
Yeah.
So you act accordingly. Have a good time, but you act accordingly, dear.
Okay.
So are you saying that I can't trust you to go to DR?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Can you trust me?
I'm married to you, so I trust you to do what you need to do.
Okay.
Just like you're supposed to trust me to do what I need to do. I understand my commitment in this relationship. I wouldn't do anything that would jeopardize my commitment.
So when Ty Pro posting pictures on his Instagram and it's all kinds of peanut butter skin around us, and you see me just in the middle of all of it, just sitting like this,
and I'm gonna be like, babe, what did you do? What did you do?
Sat there.
I call you up, babe. What's going on with your friend?
Call me. Don't call me. You see me when I get back.
I'm calling you to admonish you. I'm calling you to say, hey, your friend tripping. Your friend, if I didn't know you better, dear, if I didn't know you better and I wasn't married to you, I would think something is weird. But since I know you and I know you're a good man, and I know you're a good man,
I know Hellenism. That's what she said. FaceTime. She'll FaceTime you right off the bat. That's women right there. You HQ, you an anomaly. What she said right there is what women gonna do. My phone gonna be.
Do you know my husband went on a vacation for 5 days and I did not call him, did not text him, did not say one damn word to him? and he got home and he called, or he was on his way home from the last day of the trip, and he said, "You didn't call me one time. Why didn't you call me at all?" I was like, "Because you were going to have a good time. Why would I bother you? You're my husband. I trust you to do the right thing, however it is. I hand you that trust. You have not betrayed that trust before. I don't expect you to do it now." And that's the way I want to conduct my marriages. If I get married, that's how I want to conduct a marriage. I don't want to be looking over my shoulder with you every 5 minutes.
Well, that's an anomaly, HQ. I'm gonna let you know that right now. That's an anomaly. Because people out here getting accused of doing all types of stuff,
but they ain't doing
it for like little things, let alone going to DR with your boys.
DR would be a stretch because them the passport bro things.
Oh,
okay, that's the passport. But that's just like me going to
Jamaica, getting the silk water rub downs.
That's right. That's right.
You mean to tell me you would Kimmy and all the other girls got rub downs, but you didn't get one?
But you would look at me and say, "Why y'all got to go to DR?" And I would say, why would we have to go to Jamaica? And I would say, "Why do y'all got to go to DR?" Right? If you went anywhere else that's not known for those kind of things, oh no, we finna go to the sports package. We finna go to a draft, the NBA draft. Me and the boys gonna be gone for the whole weekend. Blah blah blah. I'd be like,
going nowhere to watch a whole bunch of ninjas run around, no field.
But I'm saying that's what I would say. I'd be like,
I'm going somewhere to have fun, but I ain't going to do that.
But I'm saying, I would say, have at it, have a good time. Shoot, I have a good time. I be in the bookstore all night long. I be having my bob out. I be having a good time on my own because I know you're having a good time. Because I know I haven't said to you, I'm not going to allow him to do it because he might see some women. I know you coming home to me. I ain't worried about nobody else.
Okay.
I'm saying when you get in a relationship, you got to give some of that trust away. You can't worry about what the other people are going to do. If I told you, honey, I was on the beach every day. I didn't mean to say, well, I did mean to say Bob, but I was on the beach every day with a bikini on, babe. Blah, blah, blah. I expect you to say, did you have a good time? Did you have a good time? Did you get to swim? Did you get enough? Did you get drunk enough? Did you drink enough? Did your girls have a good time? Did y'all have a good time? Did y'all catch up? Did y'all do what y'all got to do? That's what I expect my husband to say. Because when I put my hand in yours and say, hey, I am your wife, you can trust me to not embarrass you. You can trust me not to put dirt on your name. You trusted me enough to give me your hand in marriage. I'm not going to fail you as a wife. That is a vow you're supposed to make inside your head as a husband. I'm not going to put her trust in jeopardy for me. I'm not going to do anything that will break this covenant that we have as a marriage. I get it. A lot of people don't have control, and that's the whole point. Do you have self-control? There's beautiful women on this planet. There's beautiful women on this planet. I ain't gonna hold you. There's beautiful men on this planet. But is that beautiful 20% worth all the 80% that me and you got going on? Do you got that time? FaceTime me, hon. FaceTime me. I don't want to go a day without seeing you. I don't want to go a day without you seeing me. So we can reaffirm what we got going on. But I'm not going to say to you, I don't want you to go. No, I don't want you to wear that. I don't want you. No, I'm not going to do that.
But what if you don't want him to go? What if you?
I would still say go.
You can't stop that person from going. You can't.
I would still say go.
But what if you genuinely don't feel comfortable, male or female, with that person going or doing something you don't want them to do?
Then I would say, I don't feel comfortable with you going to the DR because I understand the dynamics of it. But if you're going to go, please be safe. Please remember me. Please remember that I love you and I trust you.
And you don't think that there's any difference between men and women due to the dynamic of me being a man versus you being a woman and going and doing the same thing, going out and getting drunk or whatever like that. Isn't it less safe for you to go out and behave in a certain way in a different place where I'm not there? You don't have my protection. Isn't there a little bit of difference to that?
But I'm a grown adult.
I know you're a grown adult.
This is where you
all the time, especially women.
But this is where you trust the process.
I can trust you to the moon.
You don't.
I can trust you to the moon and back.
Okay, then trust me.
But you're still going somewhere where I can't protect you if something happens.
And
so
this is what I would say.
Especially if you're around a whole bunch of drunk people.
And then I would say, trust me. You trust me, right? Do you trust me or you don't trust me? Do you trust me or you don't trust me?
I don't. Right or wrong? I can trust you to the moon and back. I don't trust everybody else.
Therefore, you trust me. So believe that I'm going to do the right thing. Believe that I'm going to do the right thing. That's how you do that. Believe that I'm going to do the right thing.
I refuse, Carl.
Please hit the like button, guys. Please hit the like button. Super chats are great. Cash apps are welcome. Thank you very much. Please hit the like button.
Demonstrating her.
I mean, I get it. Nobody. He said nobody trusts you. You wrong as hell. But my whole point is this: you have to, at some point, put that distrust down. If you're going to be in that relationship, how does it feel? For example, Jay. Man. I don't like them women that you work with. You better not be in their face. You better not be talking to them.
That I work with?
Yeah.
I work with them.
Yeah.
So I got to go to that place.
Mm-hmm.
I have to interact with them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by you don't want me in their face?
I don't want you in their face because, I don't know what they going to do. I don't know what they going to say. They could have all kinds of things going on, blah, blah, blah. I just don't want you in their face. And I'm going to come up to the job and I'm going to wait till you come outside the job and watch you on break and blah, blah, blah.
Watch me on break? What are you doing? What are you supposed to be doing? There go Jay, crazy old lady again, coming up, watching them at the lunch break.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't bring me no food? Did you bring me some food at least?
Yeah, bring me some food.
Hey,
make sure all the women see me. Make sure all the women see that you got a woman. Make sure all the women,
I'm 100% fine with that. Yeah. Come on, bring it. Make sure you bring the conversion van up so we, Then you ain't
one of them women. I'm one of them women.
And then the rest of them ain't got to worry about nothing because they know. Don't talk to Jay. Jay go out to the parking lot for lunch.
What I'm saying,
they ain't got to worry about me.
For example, what I'm saying is, that's the same as when a woman goes to work and she is doing what she's doing and she has male friends at that job too.
No, it's not. Because them women don't want me. Them women don't want me. Them women not going to come at me the same way the dudes going to come at you.
How do I know that?
But them women not going to come at me the same way the dudes is going to come at you.
And here's the trust. Do you trust me?
How many women would be coming at me versus how many men would be coming at you? Especially say we both just naturally friendly, talkative people.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, no touching on nothing. Hey, how you doing? Oh, Jay's he's a nice guy. They're not gonna be like, Jay like me, versus you going, hey Tony, hey Rod, how y'all doing? Hey, man, HQ, she be always, she be smiling at me all the time, man.
Yeah. You trust me.
I know, but it's not us, it's the other people.
So why are you worried about the other people? You worry about me.
Because I'm always worried about the other people. I'm always worried about
me. But you trust me. You trust me, Jay? You trust me?
Do I? If you haven't shown me any reason not to trust you, of course I'm gonna trust you.
Okay, then don't worry about the other.
But I still have to worry about those other variables. But that's a man's mindset.
But you trust
me. I do trust you, but I still have to worry about the other variables.
And so we women say the same thing, except we just let it go because we trust you not to do things.
Well, it's gonna be hard.
That's some beautiful. Hey, Jay works with models. Jay works with these beautiful women. These waitresses, they look good.
I'm a professional oiler. That's what I do all day.
And then I'm gonna say, be careful, hon. I trust you.
No, you ain't.
Yes, I am.
I'll say you need to go down to not Amazon. That's worse.
I'm the type person. I don't get.
Hey, I'm gonna come home. You're gonna be like, babe, I was looking online and this just popped up on my feed. FedEx is hiring. I just saw it pay even more money than your job right now, and the training is free.
That's what you're gonna do.
That's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna be like, yeah, all them girls. You don't have to be around all them beautiful women no more. Look, it's $5 more an hour. Look, babe, it just came across my feed.
I'm not gonna do that.
I said, yeah. Come on, man.
You might do that, but then you might be like, I have to trust the process. I have to trust this relationship. Otherwise, it's not going to work. How often can we be in that mode where we don't trust the people around, the people that we're married to? How long are you going to sustain our relationship if every time you turn around, you're untrustworthy of the people around me?
Trust is probably the most rare commodity in the dating market right now. Trust. Because most people can't even trust themselves.
That's why we don't have
I think about it now. If I was single now, HQ, with all of the stuff going on, knowing how I was in my early 20s,
right?
Like,
you wouldn't get involved with a woman. You wouldn't get involved with a woman.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, and at me now, I'd be like, hey, I'm not committing to nothing. We could have our fun. We could do whatever. Stay protected. Be safe. But I'm not committing to nobody. And that's how most people gonna be that can do that can get something.
So how do you have options? This trust though? How do you get back? Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. I need you to hit the like button. Cash apps are great.
Hey, you ain't never lied, man. I be dry drooling.
So I
be having my eyes be popping like, God, oh.
So how do we get past this situation where people just have lost the trust for relationship?
It's gone. This is a different, just like the Stone Age happened before.
Yeah, but why do people keep saying you need to vet better then? If there's no trusting people, what difference does it make whether I vet or I don't?
Because it mitigates vetting someone more thoroughly mitigates certain risks. There's certain things that you can't control. There's certain things that you can, right? So if I'm dating a young lady, right, and we've taken it nice and slow, getting to know each other and everything like that,
right?
And then every once in a while, her phone will buzz and she'll take it and go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's one, or something like that. Like, what's going on? Oh, don't worry about it. It was my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Why you always take it like what's going on? What's going on? I'm gonna keep asking and prying. I'm like, listen, this is concerning with me. Like, because every time you get a call from your mom, what's going on? You got to explain it to me. We got to communicate. I should be having to vet her, and before we get intimate with each other, swapping fluids, we need to go ahead and get checked. Right. That's a vetting that's part of the vetting process.
Right.
Now, if I get hot and heavy with her on the third day, man, that was good, man. Them reverberation, them cakes was, woo, man. She did this thing. Yo, Ty, man, bro. If you don't know, bro, G Honda, bro. This, woo. And then I'm like, but I ain't been feeling right, man. Been having abdominal pain since. Yeah, she gave you something because you didn't vet. You didn't vet.
You didn't wear a condom. That's
and you didn't vet. You didn't. Of course, you didn't protect yourself, but you didn't vet.
Yeah, but how many of these people out here are going to the point of having a test done before they?
That's what I'm saying, HQ. That's what I'm saying. You too afraid to do that? Like, is it too invasive?
No, the whole point is people are going to. You should be wearing condoms. You should be wearing condoms.
I don't like that though. I don't like that, especially if I'm sleeping with one person. I know I'm sleeping with. If I know I'm sleeping with one person,
right,
and I want to get the full benefit of that activity, hey, let's go get checked so we can do this. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get checked.
How many people are going to do that?
And then I have to have the trust in her that she's doing what she's supposed to be doing on her side to stop us from being in this for the next 18 years.
Right. Right.
So
or,
that's
you know,
conversation.
Both of your sides.
My side is we both got checked.
But why is the trust gone? Why is the trust gone in these type of? Why everybody saying they want to get married, they want to be in relationships, they want to do da 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 da, and yet nobody wants to extend a courtesy. Nobody wants to extend themselves in these and trying to get to know a person better to be in a relationship. All I want to do is situationships. I don't want nothing else. Why should I tell you jack shit if that's all you want to do is hit the cheeks and you don't want to be in a relationship?
I'd say probably the thought process is I want to put as little investment in as possible and get as much reward as I can from whatever situation I'm in. Mm-hmm. And that goes for males and females. That's why you see the language that people is using now. Like
people touch that hot stove and then they jump up off of it. It's hot, the sex is good, and they don't want to really deal with all the things that
nothing
come with
else.
That. Nothing else.
Yeah.
But you want to be in a relationship.
Yeah. Because everything is microwave now. Everything is microwave now.
So how do we get past that? What do we do? What's some of the things that we can do?
Isolation.
Explain.
Isolation. So you know how like we watch dating shows and stuff on TV and you meet somebody. Like you ever watch Love is Blind? Where the two people on the different sides of the wall be talking to each other?
Oh no, I haven't.
And they fall in love, and you don't have to, but if you fall in love with the person, you're supposed to propose to them.
Right.
And then you meet at the show, you know, have your little pleasantries, whatever. And then all the groups of people who coupled up, they all go to a resort, the same location. They spend like 2 days by themselves with that person. Mm-hmm. And then like on the third day, they all the people that match, they all meet each other. Okay. Now you've technically dated these other people on the other side of the wall. So you know them personally, right? But you've never seen them before. So the reason I say isolation is because when I'm just talking to you, if it's me and you just getting to know each other, oh man, she laughs at my jokes. I love the way she smiles. The outside world don't come into it. Bills don't come into it. Our jobs don't come into it. Other people don't come into it. It's just me and you. We isolate it so we can focus on each other. There's nothing else that if we're going to get together, nothing else really comes into play. Right. As soon as you start taking other things and putting them into our lives, now it takes our focus away. Now I'm with HQ. I'm vibing with her. I proposed to her. Right. But then now, I don't even know how do you pronounce Tehillinism? Mm-hmm. Oh, but I know I dated her and she was like my second choice. Right. But now I see her too. Man, she looked just like oh man. Now I'm with you, but I see something else I want too. Right. And then she know me and now she's smiling at me too. Oh man, what do I do now? Now I got an option. So I'm not isolated with you no more. Because when we was isolated, we can move out to a farm, we can live, we can have chickens, we do our thing, you know, ain't nobody else coming to it. I could pour all my love into you. Mm-hmm. You could pour all your love into me. It could be reciprocated. But somebody else come into the picture or other people, other options come into the picture.
So are we saying this is choice? You're talking about choice though.
Yeah, it's choices, options, it's choices.
You're just talking about choosing to love that person, choosing to stay with that person. Yes. We're all going to have attraction for other people. What you're saying is we have so many options that we don't want to make the choice, that we don't want to choose the person that is in front of us. We don't want to choose the person that we have that attraction for. We want to have all these options, these extra options.
Too many options.
But men have all these extra options too.
I didn't say men or women, HQ. I didn't say men or women. I'm just saying for everybody. There's so many options. The options is out there. Like that's why I said if you a person that can get it, if you're a person who can't get nothing else, and you got one person, it's like I know in my mind I can't get nothing else anyway. So I'm gonna put everything I have into. That's why you know how you see 2 threes together. They awkward. They nice people. Right. Brenda and Ted. They work together. They threes. But they real nice. Right. You know, she always got lipstick on her teeth right here. Ted edge up a little bit off, you know, but he got a little belly, she got a little fupa, but they the sweetest couple.
Right.
Because they don't have the options that everybody else has. So they pouring their love into each other because they know that's what they're gonna get. And they know that's what they're gonna get.
Right.
And it allows them to truly love each other. But you get people with more options. It's like, oh, HQ, she tripping today, man. Talk about take out the trash, man.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. How do you stay with your mate so long?
Me? Mm-hmm. I stay my behind in the house talking to y'all.
There's beautiful women.
I see beautiful women all the time up here.
So why is it that you're able to make
house
the choice?
Because I'm a simp.
How are you?
I just stay my simp behind right here.
Just like you choose, other people have to learn to choose. I'm not saying there's more beautiful women than your wife. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, look, logically speaking, I'm sure there are.
Yeah, there's more beautiful women than my wife. There's more handsome men than me out there. I'm a logical person. So
I'm saying you made choices.
I make a choice.
Even when you were dating her, there would be more beautiful women that you saw. But you made a choice, right?
Well, the beginning was tough. He'll tell you that. The beginning was real tough.
But there's plenty of women on the planet.
I'm not the same man I was. I'm not the same man I am today as I was then. So let's just say that.
Hit the like button, guys, please.
But yeah, I do make the choice, man.
So my whole point is why people can't make that choice. If you want a relationship, everybody I know is looking to get in a relationship. But every time I say, hey, this is the pathway to choosing, you make a choice. You do the job, the car, the house, the attraction, and you work from there, vet from there. People are like, oh no, we don't want to be in no relationship. We got a whole bunch of choices.
I'm gonna say I'm a simp type pro. I'll tell you, man.
Why is it people don't just make the choice? Now we have all these
Why
options.
do people smoke? How come more people is morbidly obese? Because the choice is hard. Because we human. Look at how many just big blowed out people we see. They can't make the choice to just not eat. Because eating is good. It tastes good. And that's better than eating. So I mean,
you wild. You're not making you making a bad case. You making a bad case for marriage and relationships, Jay. We trying to make
I'm not. No, that's why bad. Okay, so I can't be disillusioned to think that people back in the day didn't do it. It just wasn't as open as it was now. And people didn't talk about their relationships as much as they do. Wasn't nobody sitting on panels like this, HQ, and talking about relationship stuff. They dealt with that at home.
Yeah, but they
she stayed.
They still got married.
When she found out, she stayed. And he didn't find out because she didn't talk to nobody about it.
Right.
That's why the middle kid don't look like him.
So how do we get these people past this? Okay, I got 1,000 choices. You got 1,000 choices. Okay.
We done.
So are you going to see? That's not just on the women's side; it's on the men's side as well. I'm talking about both. I haven't said men or women. But we can't reverse it. You know what? We can't reverse it because people are always going to have 1,000 choices.
The people that want to commit and stay in it, they're going to do it, and you ain't got to tell them. Right. They might not have always done it. They might have strayed before it did something, but when they get into a certain situation, they're like, all right, I'm not going to do that no more. Those people we're not even talking to because they're going to do it.
And see, that's what I'm saying about you trusting me to go on vacation. You trusting me to go on vacation. You trusting me to do the right thing. I came to you and said, I wanted to be your wife. I wanted to be in a relationship with you. Why is the trust not there? The trust should be there. Mm-hmm. The trust should be there.
Yeah. You know? And I want to go back to what before I got on when I heard you talking. When I wrote that message about where does a woman have to show like some accountability for her, you know, yeah, I hear you say if she was wearing mini skirts before, that's how you met her and all this other stuff. So I can't expect you to ever
No,
mature out of that.
what I meant. That's not what I meant. What I said was you vet that person from the beginning. If that person is wearing short skirts, that should be a conversation. So you like to wear short skirts, HQ? Yes, I do. I
So
love
are you? So I'm like, are you always going to wear short skirts? All right,
yeah,
because I like. I mean, if you captured my attention in it,
right,
then I know you're going to capture other people's attention in it. And maybe I don't want you to always capture other people's attention in that way all the time. That's why you ever seen that couple going out and you can see the guy's a little bit eccentric, but the women is real eccentric. She got the lips, she got the like she went like 3 or 4 sizes too big and stuff like that, or just body just wonky or big, just a big old BBL or something like that. You'd be like, does he ever get tired of her getting this type of attention? And everybody around, anybody having a conversation with her, you got to ignore she got these big old folded up lips and these big old boobs and stuff. You got to just ignore it.
But the trust is there.
I know the trust is there, but do you ever not get tired of that? Like she chose to do that.
But she don't choose it, but she chooses it for effect. A lot of people do things, women do these things for effect. But if I just love it, to just love what I do, love the way I look, love the way my legs look the way my legs look in heels and short skirts, how can that be a problem if I'm committed to you? Please hit the like button. Hit the like button, guys. Come on, please hit the like button.
Facts, bro. Women crave attention. That's just. I mean, more so than not, women crave attention.
But there's nothing wrong with craving attention.
It is.
I still trust you. You still
trust
me.
But they got that what's old girl's name? What's his name? Steph Curry. What's Steph Curry's wife? Name? Aisha Curry. That mentality, just that mentality that she had to open up her mouth and the audacity to say that your husband is an elite athlete making millions of dollars. Like that's what we talk about when we say this stuff. It's an extreme. It's an extreme, but she felt the need to say it. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna have a human emotion. We're not telling you that, but she felt the need to say it out loud.
Right.
You have the elite guy, the 0.00001% guy that most women say that they would dream to have. Mm-hmm. And you still saying, but nobody's looking, nobody's checking for me. But they're not supposed to, because they respect you and your husband.
But that's what we're talking about. Problem. That's her problem. That's not a him problem.
It's a huge him problem too, because now he's got to deal with knowing his wife.
Now he has to address the insecurity that he has.
Yeah, that's the thing
that he has fostered in his wife.
Okay, so
that he has helped foster in his wife.
Okay, so it only takes the faith of a mustard seed, right? How big of a seed do it take for that 304 seed to go ahead and grow into something? Because she got that mindset. She want to be paid attention to by other men. Mm-hmm. That means how far is she gonna go to get attention paid to her by other men?
Wait a minute, did she say? I got to look at that clip because that's a weird clip. That she didn't say other men are checking for me.
She said they're not checking. Yes.
People. She said, what did she say? She said she didn't say that. She didn't say other men are not looking at me. That's not what she said.
You want me to look it up now?
Yeah, look it up for me real quick. I got to hit these guys. Have you did the like button? Stop guarding the like button. Stop guarding the like button. What are you guys doing? I expect the likes to be up there. Super chats are great. Cash apps are welcome. Y'all being disrespectful. Why y'all being disrespectful like this? How many likes do we got? Do we got the likes up like we're supposed to? That's the simplest thing we can do is the likes. Can you guys give me the likes? Super chats are great. Cash apps are welcome. All are welcome. All are welcome. You remember that movie, Jay?
Which one?
All are welcome. All are welcome. From Poltergeist.
The Poltergeist are it. They all float down here. You talk about it?
Poltergeist. The first one, the best one, Poltergeist.
I haven't seen that the original. Oh no, Poltergeist. I'm thinking about. What am I thinking about? I'm not thinking about Poltergeist. Poltergeist is she's in front of the TV.
No, that's Poltergeist.
Yeah, that's Poltergeist. Yeah.
Yeah. And the old lady, the old midget lady, when they had to go in that room, and she says, "All are welcome."
That little lady, man. Yeah, that little lady.
I love that movie. I love it.
What did she say? Oh, no, that's not a quote. They're giving me all types of quotes.
So what did she say?
Her mom is Jamaican and Chinese.
Super chats are good. Welcome, please, thank you. Don't be disrespectful. The midget. She did. She was upstairs. I know a lot about movies. I know a whole bunch of movies. She was upstairs and she was finna go in the room. And when that dude, I cried. I cried when the mother said the wife had the rope around her waist and she said, "Jay, don't let go." And she said, "Jay, don't let go." And he said, "Never, never." I cried when I heard that. I cried when I saw that movie. It's called Poltergeist. That's one of the best Poltergeist scary movies. One of the best.
Okay, I'm listening to it right now.
Ty Pro, really? Ty, really? Black and white movies? Are you serious? What did she say?
Okay, I'm be saying it as she's saying it. All right. I don't have any of that. Zero, this sounds weird, but male attention. And then I begin to internalize it like, is something wrong with me? Because I don't want it, but it would be nice to know that someone's looking.
Ooh. That's terrible.
That's what she said from her words right here, looking at her back when she was a little big faced on the
terrible
at the red table. Because she had extra weight on her right here.
That's what I said. I did a review of that, I think, because she used to be fat.
Did she have thyroid too?
I don't know, but she used to be. She used to be hefty.
I think I see a thyroid scar. She might have. I mean, she might. That might be why she gained weight. I think it looks like she has the thyroid scar.
Scar right here.
Yeah, so maybe that's why they didn't really talk about it. She had her thyroid removed. She's on thyroxine or something like that.
Really in the public. She was never really in the public all that often. She was never. And I looked at a picture of her now compared to then.
She's skinny here, but on the show,
she's kind of hefty.
On the actual show when she's talking, she got she's a little puffy. But in the pictures, she's skinny. But that's what she said.
That's look how she would feel. How would she feel? She's a little chunky. She needs some validation. That's something that Steve that he needed to address. I still love you regardless this baby weight or whatever. She should never have said that out loud, though.
I'm not saying she looked bad. I'm just saying she had.
We're talking about Ayesha Curry. Ayesha Curry, and she what she said about getting validated by male attention. Yeah, that's terrible. I would never have said that out loud. I would never have said. And they've been married since they've been together since they were teenagers, right? Or young, or something like that, right?
I believe so.
So
I'm gonna put it in.
I mean, that happens sometimes when people don't have experience outside of the one person that they've been involved with for all of this time. That sometimes happens when you don't have that kind of experience together, right?
I dropped it in the private chats if you want to look at it at some other time.
Right. That happens when a person needs that validation. But I'm saying that's why you should never get involved with people who are not fully grown and functioning adults. Because you're always feeding. That's the vetting process.
I know, but this is like you said, they've been together for a long time. This comes after his stardom. This is not her in the beginning of it. This is after kids. This is after all of that. And she still said that.
He's not giving her he's not there to give her that attention.
It's not his responsibility. Yes, we can't say that he's not.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to figure out why she would say it. The only thing I can think is he doesn't have time to validate her. Maybe he's not validating her enough. She doesn't have the attention he has. All of the eyes are on her. When he walks in on him, when he walks into the room, she's ignored at the back of the room. I'm a chunky white.
Tell her to learn how to shoot. Tell her to go to the gym, learn how to shoot.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
if she want that attention,
why I'm saying she was wrong, dead wrong for saying what she said. Dead wrong. Out loud, you never should have said it. What you should have said to your husband is, what you should have said to your husband is, in the quiet room of your house, you know, I feel ugly. I don't feel like I'm desirable. I don't feel like
self-esteem, ZMW.
Yes.
It's called self-esteem.
Right. And she said it out loud, which made it look terrible to her husband. I wonder what he said to her.
Man, I don't know, man. I'd have been like,
she got off.
I'd have been like, what in the hell? No.
I know.
Hey,
I would have been like,
what's your red pill? You saw a red pill, your wife on her? No. Oh man. Before she went on, I'd be like, hey, but don't say nothing wonky on this.
Right.
I know that whole Jada and the whole situationship. That's everybody use that word now.
Right.
That's lexicon now. Situationship. She never spoken before till Jada. Don't go on the show. Aisha, don't you go on the show.
Do that.
I'd hit her off with some. I'd hit her off with some good before that, and then right afterward, I'm like, "Hey, don't go on the show saying nothing stupid."
Why she didn't say that inside her head before she said it out loud?
Yeah, out loud. I don't know.
That said to us. We all looked at her, and then we looked at Steph, and we've been like, "What the hell going on in your house? That your wife out here begging for other men to look at her.
Look at her.
What's wrong with you?" I'd have been like, "What's wrong with you? What you ain't doing?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all?
What's wrong with her? You should have told her not to say anything." He's really a nice guy. He seems to be a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And she seems to be a really nice person without all of that drama that she did. She lost the weight. Maybe he told her. Maybe he said, "Look, babe, maybe you need to get yourself a life outside of me. Maybe you need to get."
She does. She has a like cooking brand or something like that, like utensils or pottery or something.
But if you feel ugly, it doesn't matter.
Well,
if you feel ugly inside.
At this point, HQ, I don't know, man.
If you feel ugly inside, nobody can change that but you. If she feel I can have all the money and all the looks and all the accolades from men that I want to, if I feel ugly inside, that is how it is. And she ain't an ugly woman. Tell me, am I right or wrong?
No, she's not.
She's a beautiful woman. So why would she feel like she needs validation?
She look all right.
But why would she need to feel validation? Because she doesn't feel right inside of herself.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't need validation from anybody if you feel right about yourself. She has all the money in the world. She has a devoted husband. She has a provider. She has the children. She has a husband that's been with her since they've been kids. Why does she feel the way she feels? Because she feels ugly inside. She has to validate her own self, which means she has to do internal work. But she let the world see her dysfunction by seeing that craziness on the outside. It wasn't that she was saying to him, "You don't give me enough attention." She was saying, "I'm not good enough, and I don't feel good enough for you, and I don't feel good enough for me." Okay, that's what she's saying. That's not a normal thing for most women.
It's not.
But there's a lot of women that it does feel right to say that to.
I think that is a normal thing for most women. I think that's especially if you were an attractive woman at some point. I think that's a normal thing, at least to go through your head, not to say out loud.
A lot of women not necessarily feel insecure. It's not a matter of being insecure. It's a matter of...
It is an insecurity. Why do we not like definition? It is an insecurity. Just like when women say, I overthink. You don't overthink, because what are you overthinking about?
Yeah, but it's not a bad thing.
It's an insecurity.
Sometimes it makes you better, or it puts a fire under you to do better.
Yeah, right? That's not like, I don't like when people.
But that doesn't mean that she's looking for, that she's ready to jump out there and deal with another man because she needs
No, it
that
don't mean, but she does feel like she does need validation from other men outside of her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
I wonder what that conversation was.
She said, I don't want it, but I want it. I want to be able to turn it down.
How did Steph deal with that when she walked in the door? What in the hell did you say?
I don't know. Like,
what in the hell did you say, girl?
Hey, before I open my mouth, you better, babe, I'm sorry. You better come to me and tell me that before I even open my mouth and ask you why.
Apologize straight off the bat. The next time you in public,
apologizing.
No, the next time you in public,
and that
there better be a change in attitude, young lady.
Like, I don't know. I was thinking, I was at that table. I was outside of myself, y'all. I don't know what I had a couple drinks.
Hey, just because Jada came out and said some crazy shit don't mean you got to come out and say.
I just wanted ratings. I didn't mean it. I just wanted I'm sorry. I made it wrong. That's what she used to say.
And here's the problem. We have all these options. People think they got 1,001 options out here.
They do
1,001, and they really don't have that many options.
They do have options.
They have options.
Not for the long last.
But not for the long haul.
Not for the long haul.
And I say
you're gonna get that meat to meat.
Of course, you're gonna get that meat to meat.
Anybody, if what's her name? What's that lady that be peeing the mattress on Kendra G? What lady? Kendra bought her a mattress and she said somebody stole it.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't.
Maggie. If Maggie can get meat, anybody got the option.
Look, Maggie can get meat. Everybody get meat.
Everybody get meat.
Maggie, yes.
But you're not gonna get that long haul, man. Somebody is not going to put 10 toes down and commit to you and say, "This is the only one I want. This is the only one I'm riding out with." That's not going to happen for most people.
So if you say, if even the beautiful people, if the beautiful people are not getting the results, the beautiful people, I'm talking about the people that's hitting the 7 and above.
Yeah.
If they're not hitting the results, they're not hitting what they getting.
Stay as isolated as possible. If you find and he handsome or whatever, and y'all can do it yourselves, and y'all can get along with each other alone, stay as isolated as possible. Don't allow people to influence or get into your stuff, into your business. Stay as isolated as possible.
So you mean to tell me the first person that you run across and there's an attraction, they have your basic criteria set, you should focus on that one person.
If it's mutual,
right?
If y'all have the same life like y'all on the same y'all parallel thinking, y'all have the same life path. This is where I want to end up in the future. This is the things that I want to accomplish before I get there, and it coincides with that other person. Then do it. Then do it. And I'm gonna be
feel the same way. I feel that same way.
And I say mine. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna keep myself to the highest standard that I can maintain, so that you get the best quality me that you're gonna get. And I expect you to do the same.
Yes.
So that in the future, so we, that's why I'm in the gym. I do all that other stuff.
I'm gonna learn what I need to learn in order to be a good mate and a good companion. I'm gonna do what I got to do in order to be the most attractive and quality written person that you want. I'm gonna do and say the things that will further the relationship and not hinder the relationship. I'm not gonna throw all my insecurities and all my wants and desires onto you. I want to be the best companion that you need, just like you're supposed to be the best companion that I need. I used to tell people, I can't go chasing you around. I don't have time to chase people around. I expect you to be where you're supposed to be, say what you're going to do and do that. And I'm going to do the same thing. When you ask me to fulfill something, I will be there to fulfill that. I want you to be the best person that you can be. If you say, and we're married, Jay tells me, well, I think that I need to go here in order to be do the best that I can do to do this, that, and the third. I'm going to make sure you get to that particular point. I'm going to help you in any way possible to fulfill whatever dream that you feel like you need to fulfill. But I also expect you to do the same for me, right? If I say, well, I'm on the track to be a doctor, I expect you to think of me when I need help with this, and this. And in the same way with you, you have to optimize and you have to make sure. See, the point is people don't want to make a choice. People don't want to make a choice to be happy.
You don't want to make options. You want options. Most people want more options.
And the whole point is there's always going to be a better option. There's always going to be a more beautiful woman.
Circumstantial options. Yeah. It's going to be options out of circumstance. Yeah.
Right. There's always going to be a richer man. There's always going to be a more beautiful woman. But you have to make a choice that you want this person, that you want to make it work with that person. And we can make the best life together. We can make the best life together. I get it. He has more money, but he doesn't do the things that you do. He doesn't treat me the way that you do. That's why I tell people, I would never look at a man for the money that he makes. Because if I'm not attracted, I'm not going over there. There's no point in going over there.
A lot of women do. You see, what's your boy name? What's the Belichick? He dating a 24-year-old. Bill Belichick. He's 76. What is he? 70 something?
Who the hell is that?
The ex-coach of the New England Patriots.
He's dating a what?
She's 24 and she's fine. She's a elite bunny. She's on the diamond slopes.
But see, here's the thing. You know what that is.
I know that, but that's what I'm saying. That's
so we don't expect it to last.
To a certain it's not gonna last, but to a certain extent, that's why they say women are hypergamous. Because women will do things like that. A lot of women
married to you. If I'm married to you and I'm in a relationship with you and the relationship is going good, there's no way I'm jumping to Johnny Go letting it that make means.
I understand that. I understand that, but I'm saying if somebody's in a single situation, I've never seen a young, fine, pretty young thing go with a old, dusty, blowed out dude that's normal or broke. Every guy has always had some level of status or finance. I've never seen her go with a dude that's like that hasn't had anything. She's always had something. So that's women do that. Women will go for that. So you might not.
But that's not a bad thing. If I'm not married to you, that's not a bad thing.
Because women want provisions. It's not about the looks. But you're not going to see too many men do that. You're not going to see men get with I don't even know some woman to name. A woman like Maggie. If Maggie she was a tech. Maggie, the P lady.
Okay.
Say she wasn't like, off. Say she just looked like that, presented like that, but she got big into tech. So she got a lot of money out of Silicon Valley. So now she's worth $800 million.
So you ain't gonna get with her?
You're not gonna see dudes getting with her.
That's what I keep saying to y'all. Y'all are not gonna go down in looks.
No, not for money. Not for money. That's real low for money.
She has a beautiful person.
A guy. Okay, no, that's what I'm saying is different. Maggie is like a one. So a guy is not going to go down and looks that far just to get money.
Most women are only 4s and 5s. Most women.
But guys will go if HQ.
So they will go from a 5
in my heart. No. In my heart of heart, I'm telling you, a guy that's a 7 who's logical thinking, and he wants a feminine woman that's going to do all that feminine stuff for him. A guy that's a 7, he will get a 5 or maybe even a 4 if she's doing them things.
He'll break Maggie's back for $800. Hey,
Ty Pro, do that thing you like to do when you put your head right between this crevice right here and do that thing with your mouth on me.
He said, I'm gonna make a specialized bag for your head. Maybe we can put a specialized bag on your head.
Ty Pro, take that. Yeah, let's do it in the other room on the yellow mattress. Let's do it in there.
Let's do it. Let me put a mask on. Let's put masks on. Let's do all that. Costumes every time we have say costume every time.
We're gonna get it. What do you say on Distinguished? We're gonna get it real dark. Get it real dark. Any way the lights go any lower?
I can still see your shape.
Yeah.
Get lower.
I still see.
But I'm saying, with all these options out here, you're gonna have a hard time getting these people to get together. And it was when I got with my husband, it was him and I just met. We met in a bar, and from the minute we met in the bar, we were together. It never was a matter of, okay, I'm dating somebody else or somebody else. All those people just fell by the wayside.
And you isolated yourself to that man.
Right. I never asked him who he was dating or whether he was dating anybody or were you dating anybody when we met. I never asked him any of those things because he kept coming around. Mm-hmm. He kept coming around and I never asked that question. And he never asked me because I knew, okay, he was a decent dude. He was a decent dude. He was nice to me. He was nice to my 2 little babies. He was a decent person. He knew how to conversate.
And that had to be a huge plus too.
Right.
Because you came with 2 kids. That had to be a huge plus.
Right. And he
want to be here.
Yeah. He was a hard man. My mom said that's a hard man. I don't if you hope and pray that he loves you, that's a hard man, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember having a fight with my husband. I remember having a fight with him. And I was like, you got to get out. And he went in our living room and sat down on the couch. And I was like, what you doing? You got to go. And he was like, and he looked at me and he turned around, looked at me from the TV and he said, this is me and our children's house. Me and the kids ain't going nowhere. He said it just like that. We ain't going nowhere. And I was like, well, then I got to take my 2. I'm taking, we go. You ain't going, no, you're not taking my children out of this house. I have 4 children. This is when I had 2. He said, you're not taking my 4 children out of their house. Mm-hmm. This is their house. This is our house. Now you can take your ass down to your mama's house all day, but me and my children ain't going nowhere.
Say you could go. My kids ain't going nowhere.
That's exactly what he said to me. My children were like maybe 4. My children were like 5 and 4, and then 2 and 1. He was like, this is our house. We ain't going nowhere. We stick in here. We all live here. You can take your ass wherever the hell you want to go, but you better come back with a straight face.
The difference between that, him being a stepdad in that instance, I think, and like aside from like what Anton Daniels says, like a step crash dummy, I think that there has to be for that guy not to be a simp or crash dummy or whatever that's coming in as a stepfather. That woman with kids has to submit to that man because he's already taking a loss already. Because you're married by DNA to somebody else. One or the women that have multiple kids by other men. You're married by, it's literally marriage. Your DNA is married to someone else's DNA, and that's a kid. So for another man to come into that situation and be the authority and be like, I'm going to take all this in, and you still expect me to be masculine and a leader and a provider and stuff, you got to submit. And then when women don't submit to that man, then that makes him a simp because now you ain't getting nothing from that.
I walked in.
She don't even listen to you.
He wasn't the type of person. He wasn't the type of man that you said. He was the type of man that said stuff and then you either went along with it or you didn't go along with it. You either was going to be there or you weren't going to be there. He just said stuff. It wasn't a talk back type situation. It wasn't that type thing. He was not the type of man that I was going to say that to, because he instilled early, because he was a correctional officer, and I knew he was he had tendencies to be violent, even though not to me.
I know, I get it. Word of the day, propensity. He had a propensity for putting it down when it had to be.
So I knew that he was that. I knew he knew how to handle himself.
Yeah.
He said stuff, and then this is what we were going to do. And so when he turned around on that couch and he said, you can go wherever what he really said, you can go wherever the F you want to go. But my kids are here. My kids are staying here. This is our home. You can go wherever we go for the weekend, go over there to your mama house, but you better come back with a straight face. That's what he said to me. And I came back with a straight face.
Because you knew where your bread was buttered. That's why.
Yeah, but we had a high level of attraction for each other, but we didn't have a fight. We didn't fight. We were just.
Yeah, you were just acting like a woman.
We were just married.
You were just acting like a woman. Yeah.
It was a matter of just, you knew what you could and could not. It was just that way, right? Put your feet down. It is what it is. And these days, I met this person, and it was instantly, I knew I could live with that person. I knew I could live with him because he was not this way and he wasn't that way and he wasn't hysterical. He never got hysterical. He never got out of pocket. He never did any of those things. The only time I really, he was a person who had propensity for violence, right? Because my daughter had a boyfriend, right? And my daughter had a boyfriend upstairs one time. And then my daughter hollered downstairs. She said, Dad, he took my money. I don't know. She said that. Dad, he took my money. I just got paid. All I saw my husband do was get up and go to the back door. I went to the stairs, to the bottom of the stair. Honey, what's going on? What's going on with you and him? Blah, 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 blah. I turned around and my husband had a ball peen hammer and a shovel. I said, what? What are you doing? And then I had to actually physically stop him. I was like, please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. You're going to go to jail if you hit this son. You're going to hit this. If you you hurt him, that boy hurried up out that house. I was like, did you give her that money back? My husband was like, mother effer. You're going to leave here in a body bag if she don't have her money. Do you have your money? And my daughter was like, yeah, I got my money. My husband pushed him out the door. I was like, don't say nothing, son. Get out. Don't say nothing, son. Because your life can end right here. And he won't care one way or the other, especially when you're dealing with his daughters, right? So he had the propensity to be that way. So when I met him, I knew it wasn't going to be no fooling around. Either I was going to go with his program or I wasn't. And I willingly went with that program because he let me be who I was. He never asked me to change the way I dressed. He never asked me to well, you can't go on vacation with the girls. He never said any of those things. He never asked me to change any of those things. So I knew that this was a good dude. I knew that I had to earn and keep that trust. I knew I had to keep that trust.
It was a bit violent, Convergence, and it was necessary. You got somebody in your house, not physically, like sexually or whatever, but literally your daughter said, took my money. That's a violation. You got another man in your house violating your child. So you think you gonna come in my house and violate me?
He don't know. That young man don't know how hard I struggled to keep my husband's arm from swinging with that ball peen hammer. He don't know. And I said, what the hell was this man gonna do?
Oh man.
And when that boy left, my husband said I was gonna throw the shovel at the nigga. And then when he grabbed for the shovel, try to get out of the way, I was gonna hit him with the ball peen hammer.
Boom, 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 bop, boom, bop, bam.
Yeah. So I said no, because I knew he would be going to jail. I knew he would be going to jail if he did something like that. Boom, boom, boom. So the whole point is we have to make choice. The point is that I made a choice. I made a choice when I met this person, I wasn't going to push this person. I told this person I had 2 children. I told this person, you free. I said to myself, he's free to come and go however he needs to come and go, because it's a heavy burden over here. But if you're going to have the heavy burden, you're going to have to lift all things that's over here. And he never once looked at me and said, "Them your goddamn kid." He never once said it to me. He embraced them as his kids and said, "These are my kids. You go over wherever the hell you want to. This is our house. This is the kids' house. This is what is going to stay." And we were there for 30 odd years. We turned those corners, right? So I knew, yeah, he was sort of like James from Good Times. He wouldn't take no mess, none, right? So I'm saying people make a choice. Learn to make choices. There are good people out there. I'm not saying they're easy to find. What I am saying is they're somewhere, and stop being one of these shifty fly-by-night situational people. You know what I'm saying? Stop being that situational people. Be a person that makes a choice and wants to go forward with another person. And I get it. You young, you don't want to do it. You don't want to commit. You don't want to do all of those things. But I promise you, if you do that, there might be some beauty in that. Who knows? Who knows? Hit the like button. Did everybody hit the like button? Did everybody hit the like button? Y'all disrespectful with the super chats. What happened to super chat? What happened to the cash app? What happened to all those good things?
Y'all ain't get no cash apps. Y'all ain't get.
Y'all
get Walker and them money.
All this good conversation. We ain't cussing. We ain't acting up. We doing what we got to do. We giving you good relationship information.
Hold on, let me put a little something in the collection plate real quick.
I got put in my wifely place. No, I wanted to be in that wifely place.
Wanted to be in it. Yeah, wanted to be in it. You got to want to be in it.
When I came home from college, I told my mother that. She said, "What the hell are you talking about?" I said, "I'm coming home because I want to be a wife. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to be in college. I don't want to do all that. I want to get my life started being a wife." This is exactly what I told my mother. She said, "Are you crazy?" And she sent me back to school. I am sick. And she sent me back to school, and I had the children with me. She sent me back to school, and I graduated. That was my first degree. I graduated, and then I came home, and then I met my husband when my children were 1 and 2, because I broke up with the father of my children when I left from school. When I graduated from school, he didn't want to marry me. So I was like, this is over. This relationship is over. And my children were 1 and 2 years old. And then I met my husband a couple of, maybe 9 months later. I met him 9 months later. And we were together after that. So my whole point is, it can happen in an instant. We never know. You never know until that happens. Okay, but you got to be on the lookout for that particular person. He had a place to stay. He had a car. He had a damn good job. He was a correction officer. He made like $80,000 a year.
That's not enough for them now. That's not enough for them now.
But this is in the 80s. You got to understand, this is in the 80s.
They don't want that now. They for some reason, HQ, they seem to think, and this is not all, but this is like the general consensus now. Entrepreneur is better than a 9-to-5 worker. For some reason, they think an entrepreneur I don't know what their mindset is. Like, I could just take off anytime I want, and I'm making all this money, and we get tax breaks and doing all this stuff, and I'm just an entrepreneur, and I get my hustle in, and then we can do whatever we want. Like, that's their mind, that's their thought process. And I'd be looking like, when did entrepreneur become like the job to have? Just because it's
I don't know. It's like I can't depend. When you have a family and children, you can't depend on being an entrepreneur. Because when we hear people on Kendra G, they be like, "I'm a doctor, lawyer, Indian chief,
everything under the sun." And
that tells me you ain't making enough money at one of those professions.
Yeah.
So why not concentrate on one of them damn professions instead of having 3, 4, 5 different professions? How do you have a family and you got 3, 4, 5 damn different jobs?
Because they want to be hustling. I gotta be hustling. Why do you not hustle? So if I'm a postal worker and I got tenure and I'm a postal worker and I get benefits and I'm making $70K,
right?
You know, and I get my vacation time a year. We can do our vacation, one vacation a year. We do all this stuff. I got my sick time off.
Right.
We can send our kids to school. We can have our house, pay our mortgage, pay all our bills,
right?
Set a little money aside. What more do you want?
You and 9 times out of 10, she's working too. So just put her money in there. You making 70 as a postal worker or whatever, and she making 45 as a teacher's aide or teacher or whatever. Y'all can have a good life. Y'all can have a very good life.
What more do people? I don't know what more do people want? What more do you want?
They want to be on Instagram balling like they got all this money and this, that, and the other.
Take it with you.
I know.
You only get one life to have these experiences, and these people just throwing it away for this. I don't wear like.
Look, hey, I understand, Jay. I understand. I ain't never bought no, what is it called? I ain't never bought no high priced gym shoes ever. Cause I had to get those things for the kids. I had to get those things. I made sure they had those things. They had jeans. They had all of these things. He had what he needed. He needed the jackets. He needed this, that, and the third. I made sure they had all the things that they needed before I would even purchase those things. And if there wasn't no money involved, I had to figure out what I had to figure out, right? And it's a lot of sacrifice. And I get it. People don't want to skimp. They want to have the high life and they want to do all this. But I didn't want to be alone. And I didn't want to go through this life alone. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to go through this life and it's just me. Great.
Man.
Have the experiences. Have the experiences that you want. But you got to be focused when you come in and say you want to be married, and you have to make choices right then. If you find the right person, they got a job, they got a car, they got a house, you're attracted to them, and they have reasonable expectations, boundaries, all of those things.
Yeah, that's what we get, man. That sounds good to me, man. That sounds good to me, man.
And you ain't doing none of this drama. You ain't on the internet acting a fool. You ain't driving drunk, and you ain't doing all the crap. Hell yeah.
That sounds good to me.
You ain't telling me no weird shit. You ain't talking about giving me golden showers and craziness like that. What more do you want out of? What more do you need? More excitement do you need in the world that you can't do raising kids in a stable household and being married or in a relationship with one person and doing all of those exciting things with one person? All of these experiences, but everybody wants to have more. I want to have more attention. I want to have more people looking at me. I want to have more blah, blah, blah. You can't, I get it. I do. You want to have more. It is what it is. Thank you for the super sticker, Carl, Jay Tillman, $6.99 super sticker. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And then we got a $5 from Carl Anderson. The Heathen Queen is demonstrating her principles, both words and actions. Support the sister as she endeavors to impart wisdom from her life experiences. Well, thank you, Carl. Thank you very much. Thank you. I just wish people, you know what? My hope, my biggest wish is for people to experience what I experienced, even if you don't experience forever in a day. At least be able to experience it. Can you say Jay, as a married man right now, if you were single, you'd be flying off. If you were single and you weren't married, you'd be flying off the porch with a parachute, right or wrong?
Yeah, I don't even know what I'd be doing.
Okay. I'm saying I would be flying off the porch with a parachute, of course. But
I'd be all over the place.
But you honestly can say it's got to be one of the most interesting and fulfilling things to be able to wake up in the same house as your children and know that they come to you for problems and issues and concerns. And that's all it takes is one touch of your hand on them for them to feel safe. You can't ever
got to be around them. I don't even have to touch them. I just got to be around them. They know. I imparted on my children that they know. And and I kind of scared my daughter once because somebody almost hit my car with my kids in it. And my daughter saw how I reacted to that, and she knows. I don't want to tell dad. Well, sometimes she don't want to tell me because she's like, I don't want my dad to go have to protect me.
Right.
But she does know that if something happened, she know I'm there. She know.
Absolutely. And there's nothing like waking up with I never wanted my daughter with the things that go on in this planet. And I have 4 girls. I never wanted those girls to wake up and feel insecure because their father was not there. Thank goodness he passed when they were all adults. They were all in their mid to late 20s then when they were adults, and they had that influence of that man being in the house. I never wanted any child that I had to be without a male presence. When you walk in the door, when he walks into the door, there's nothing like a man walking into the house with his children, and those children feeling protected, going to sleep safe.
Yeah.
Specifically girls. And nothing like a boy who can go to his father and speak to his father about things that he could never talk to his mother about. Okay.
I would just, like, my dad working on the car or in the garage, tinkering with something, doing something, I would just want to be around him.
Right.
I just go sit on, take the bucket, turn it upside down, and just go sit and watch him.
And my son would do that too. And my daughters would also come down and ask him questions. Dad, how do I wear low cut shoes, or do I wear high cut shoes, or however? And I never wanted my children to wake up and say, Dad is not there because mom didn't know how to act, or Dad is not there because mom and dad were fighting. Dad was not there because they couldn't get along. Never was that ever going to happen. So I did what needed to be done with that to make that relationship work within myself. And thank God that man looked at me and said, I just want her to exist and be happy with me. And I wanted to be happy with him. And I did everything. I hoped I made him happy enough on this planet for the time that he was here, because I only wanted to be all my life, even as a kid, I told my mom, I want to be married. I want to be a wife. Even when I was a kid, when I was 13 and 14, reading all the books that I used to read and listening to the romances and watching TV, that's the only thing I told my mother that I wanted to be. I wanted to be a wife and a mother. And I want to have my home, and I don't want my children to be raised in a house where a man is not there to have his covering. So when people say, I don't want to be married, I don't understand that. I understand it to a certain extent, but there's nothing more. And when we started this conversation, I was like, trusting a person.
Yeah.
I am in a relationship for you to trust me, because I'm going to be that trustworthy person. And I want you to be that trust. I want you to trust me in everything that can be trusted. I want you to look at me and say, I know what she's going to do, so I don't worry about her. And I'm
proven over time. It's got to be proven over time.
But that's the whole point. The whole point of vetting. The whole point of getting to know that person before you marry that person, before you put a ring on it. I know what this person is going to do. I know how this person reacts. This person is emotionally mature. So I try to put that out there for people. There's plenty of relationships that could be out there, but you want to be in a relationship where you feel that you can be yourself at too. So it is what it is.
And that's what I would say. Like when I talk to my nephews, I would say, don't, like, be yourself. Don't change yourself to gain favor with a female.
Right.
Because if that's not you, then you're going to end up either letting yourself down or letting her down, because that's not really you. So first of all, be yourself. 2, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to her.
Right.
Because most people lie to themselves and be like, oh, I could do this. I could do it. Bro, if you can't do that,
right.
Yeah. I'm gonna take you on yeah, girl. Yeah, I could. Yeah. Let's go to whatever restaurant. Bro, you know you can't do that. If you spend that now, the rest of the month, you're going to be suffering. So don't do that. Don't go lying to yourself. Don't tell her you're going to do something you're not going to do. Don't lie to yourself.
Young men should say off the bat, if they want to find that woman or they want to find somebody decent, let her know, I'm dating with intention. I'm not dating to pay your way. I'm not dating to support you. I'm dating with intention. I have what I'm going to do to find a person that I want to have a relationship with.
Yeah. So if you want to rock with this program, then if you want to rock with them, we can do it. If not, I'm not here to pay for your meals.
Right. I'm not here to
invest in me. I'm gonna invest in you. Yeah. Right. Hey, Shiesty, we dealing with people who have proven outcomes here. So yeah, I know those are your opinions, but you can save those opinions, man.
He said most men are emotionally underdeveloped.
If you can say, like, when do you not realize? Okay, can I just address Shiesty? Do you not realize that doesn't help anything when you say most men are emotionally underdeveloped? No, say, hey, chat. The most of the men that I deal with are emotionally underdeveloped because I don't know how to vet or pick men. That's why I'm in the situation I'm in right now. That's why I'm on here talking a whole bunch of smack about men to people that are married. No, it's not true. It's not true. That's not the truth. Just it doesn't. I mean, you get mad when people like lock you out and kick you. Then come in with some useful information and a valid opinion.
She just got
here, but come on, man.
She gonna have she gonna have her opinion. We not gonna censor nobody. We know how she feel, so that's the way she gonna.
I'm not censoring her. I'm just telling her if she's here for the entertainment, then fine. But if you really want to have a good conversation,
she would be on the panel
and you flowing dialogue. Then don't make comments like most men are emotionally underdeveloped. It doesn't make sense. It's not true. Shiesty is not
gonna come on the panel, and Shiesty is not gonna have no conversation like that. She gonna talk all her crap in the chat.
That's why I would
fight with y'all in the chat.
That's why I would never say most women are 304s, because most women aren't 304s.
No, you trying to start a fight. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button.
I'm not starting, but she's HQ. She says stuff like that. Like, come in with some valuable information. Something.
Don't say.
Pose a question to us.
They got to come back what she's saying in the chat.
Prove something to us. Show us proof. What you got? Pull it out. Let us see it. Put it on the table.
Shiesty say the things that some women think. So I appreciate.
That's why most women is in. That's why they in. Most of the women that think like that. That's why they get a lot of offers for meet-to-meet action. They might get a little currency, but they don't get nothing substantial because they got that mindset.
But there are some women like that. So
it's a lot. It's a lot of women like that. So most of them aren't like that.
We got to know what they think. We got to know what women
think.
But
when she says most men are emotionally underdeveloped, that's not true. That's just not true.
That's her truth.
It's not her truth. There is nobody's truth. There is the truth. There's your perception.
Yes.
And a perspective. Mm-hmm. And then there is the truth. I don't have
Shiesty, one day you're going to come on this panel and you don't have to be on camera, but one day you're going to come up and defend your substantiate your argument. We got an argument
on. You ain't even got to let the baby hairs out. They ain't got to breathe.
Y'all hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. Y'all, please hit the like button. Cash apps are great. Super chats were free. Jay, give me your final thoughts out here. Give me your final thoughts.
I say anybody that's single, I'm sorry for you. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my Black America on. If it's any other women out there that's looking for a good man, I got a room downstairs.
What's going on?
I just had to say something off the wall stupid. That's all.
We are looking for people who would love to put themselves in the mind frame of relationships, right? That's what we can, because we understand the beauty of relationships. We understand the beauty of marriage. Jay and I, we understand it. Okay. People say they don't see the beauty of it. They don't see all of that. We didn't get into the marriage and the relationship so that we could take advantage. of the other person or the other person take advantage of us. We just knew that this is the route that we wanted to go. And so we were intentional when we did what we had to do. Jesus, this guy keep writing me. As far as mining for gold, I've hit the mother.
He got 50K.
No, this is a little rich white boy. This is a little older rich white guy. Been chasing me for about.
Get that swirl, HQ. Get that swirl.
Why does he keep writing me? He been chasing me for the past 3 years. Oh,
get that swirl, girl. Yeah.
But anyway,
let's go. I'm coming to the wedding, boy. I'm wearing all white too.
No, I'm gonna do some. No, I'm starting the other channel. I wanted to get into the algorithm on this side, but the algorithm kind of messes up this algorithm. So now I have to transfer all those things to the other channel. So I will be going from that other channel doing it. I've done them over there, but for the past 2 days, I haven't done them over here. So I'm going to just do content like this and do content like reaction videos over here from here on out. And then sooner or later, I'm going to transfer the Wife Code over to the Wife Code show, because that has its own channel. But it was just to get into the algorithm of doing that. And so since we got people over there in the Wife Code checking out, go over there, check out sub. It's called the Wife Code with HQ. Okay. And the other one is called Body Cam Chronicles. I think a lot of people lack self-reflect.
That's great. That's excellent. Yes, I concur. I think a lot of people lack self-reflection. Absolutely. They do.
You and her just got the
that's right. I agree. I think that too. A lot of people lack true self-reflection. True self-reflection. We see examples of it all the time.
Well, I will see you guys. On Wednesday with a new topic. Thank you for coming up, Jay. Thank you very much.
Go to my page, y'all.
You should have put it in the chat. Why you didn't put it in the chat?
Because I got so much stuff up here.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. So you know how to do it.
God, hold on.
People drop their chats. People drop their stuff. Drop their links. Drop their channels. I join everybody's channel. I don't care. Long as you need a sub, over there. I'm dropping the sub.
I don't care about subs on this channel. I just want people to did it post me twice? Oh, I just want people to go listen to my music, and then
go listen. Go listen to your music.
Yeah, just go listen to my music, share it. It's a lo-fi soundtrack and a smooth jazz playlist. I mean.
Oh, okay. So
there's a lo-fi playlist and a smooth jazz playlist, and I'm working on another lo-fi playlist right now.
Oh,
and then hold on, and then my Back to the Flicks, my movie review channel. I had to pull up a different window here.
Drop your links in there. Drop whatever you need to drop in there. Because drop whatever you need to drop in there.
And then this is my movie review channel. So that's it.
And that right there is the one I dropped was the Wife Code with HQ is the one I dropped. Super chats are great. Cash apps are welcome. Thank you for the likes. I need all the likes I can get. Hit them. I will see you on Wednesday. Y'all give Jay a sub. Go listen to the music. Do your thing.
They didn't post.
Huh?
I put him in the StreamYard chat. I gotta do it from the other side.
Okay. You doing it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So go sub at Jay's channel, whoever else has a channel. I don't care whether y'all put links to y'all channel in there. I don't care. Just sub to everybody's channel. If all of us black people sub to all the black people channels, we all would be
winning. Yeah, we all winning.
We would all be winning.
Yeah, we all winning.
So I ain't trying to hold nobody back.
Anybody in the SBC, anything, right. Y'all put it up. I'm gonna go and sub to it.
Because the whole point is to sub to everybody's channel, so we rise up and we all get paid however we need to get. If all the people in SBC Nation sub to everybody's channel, we all would be getting paid. We all would be able to go run from one channel to the next, and we would support all of us. we would
and
be
it
able
would
to
improve the
support that.
content as well. Like if I can focus on the content like more, then
right.
I mean, you ain't even got. I mean, if you sub, just a sub.
Right.
If you like the content, then I obviously watch it and do all the other stuff. But just a subscription.
A sub is amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you all for showing up. Thank you. I'll be back here on Wednesday, but later on, I'll probably be going live with some of the reaction video. These people are hilarious. These reaction videos are hilarious. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Sub to Jay's channel. Sub to all of those things. Give him a sub. There's the other channel that I have, the wife code with HQ. Sub to that channel because I'm soon going to be transferring the wife stuff over to that channel. Please sub. Thank you very much. Cash apps are great. There's G Honda. I got G Honda. I'm sub to G Honda. I'm sub to Jay. I'm sub to all of those things. Everybody else, whenever you come over here, you can put your stuff into the chat, and we need to all rise. That's what we're doing. We building the SBC Nation. Rise up, y'all.